Welcome, everybody, to Rimworld. Sorry about this one being slightly late. I was waiting for the Patreon list to try and update for this month, and they still haven't done it, so I can't really leave it any longer. So, apologies that this one will be a little bit late, but you can blame someone else for that, and definitely not me. So, today, we are going to be obviously continuing the lab. There's been some great suggestions for what to do with all of our raptors as well. Bear in mind, that got slightly out of hand yesterday. How much meat have we got? Do we even fit them all in there? I started building an overflow freezer. You remember this old thing we were keeping the corpses in? I decided it might be a good idea to store all of our dead raptors in there so that they didn't go to waste. Oh my god, there's still not enough room. They're still going to waste out there. Shit. Well, they count as fresh. Okay, that's fine. Spawns in 8 hours. Teresa has got herself well and truly trapped. That's hilarious. We need to basically expand this whole thing out, right? And obviously use this as a much larger freezer, get everybody in there. Maybe even set Butcher to be the highest priority. I mean, Butcher Creature is already set to forever. Who is capable of butchering? Dominique and Forks. What's Forks doing right now? Building wooden wall. I mean, I also want you as a builder, sure. Harvesting ripe. Oh, that's also quite important. I think I'm going to turn off the rice harvest for the time being, because I think we can all agree there's enough food. There's more than enough food. So let's turn that off for now. We'll say don't allow sowing, because it is taking up enough time, so much time that the other places can't get planted. Like the lentil harvest we're waiting on, the strawberry plant harvest we're waiting on there, so and all the potatoes are almost ready to go as well. So we'll dial back the farm a little bit. But I don't want all of these dinosaurs to go to waste, because not only is that a lot of food, and obviously the food's not too relevant, but the amount of... What was that noise? But the amount of leather, that's it. The amount of leather especially is going to be great. We are shooting a boomalope. It's Manhunter. Oh my god. Oh, they're all Manhunters. What did I miss while I was setting up then? No way did that fire as I was... Yep. Mad boomalopes fired as I was setting up the recording there. Incredible stuff. Okay, so now we're about to see fire turrets versus boomalopes. Oh my god, look at how much damage they do to our shit. They're so useless. Honestly, we need to get rid of these things. I think we can all agree. They do so much more damage than what they're worth. Are those now fleeing? Are we good? They are... What are they doing? Melee attacking Forks. Oh god. Do you guys want to get out of there? Has Forks got a gun? Neither of these guys are capable of violent. Oh shit. Oh, right, watch this. Ready? We've got some pro tactics. Kite them, kite them, kite them. That's it. Go. Ian, haul ass. Right, get home. Holy shit, that was close. Area revealed. What the hell did we uncover? Oh, a tiny little gap in the freezer there. Teresa, are you alright? Teresa, I feel like you've really, really done yourself a bad thing here, my friend. Well, we'll try and let her out as soon as possible, but it's basically going to be entirely down to her. So I want to focus on the research as well today, obviously, and get the rest of that done, because we are very, very close to finishing off the mutagenic chamber research. We can finally start growing the furry army we've really wanted here. We have a tagging rifle. What does that do? This unlocks a bath of mutagen, which pawns can enter or be carried to. It transforms them into random animals, blah, blah, blah. However, we will able to connect the genetic information of the animal before we can turn someone into it. This can be done by tagging them with a bolt rifle. Oh, very cool. Okay. So we'll have to obviously get some of those built as well, and then obviously the mutagenic baths just sound incredible. We're almost done. Now, one thing you guys noticed that I completely ignored was mutagenic weaponry. So apparently we can literally build a gun and shoot our enemies with it and turn them into a cow. That'd be kind of fun. Or turn them into something, I guess, kind of useful in case we ever want to, recruit them for the zoo. Now, there's also advanced synthesis there that can apparently make Glitterworld medicine from slurry. No idea what that was, but more to the point, is that a resurrector serum? Holy shit, wow. There's a lot to do, obviously, still, so we'll take things one step at a time. Right now, let's deal with these Muffalope and actually build up the secret lab before we get too worried about, you know, what sort of research is coming next. First thing to do, though, is obviously finish off this nuclear reactor so that we've actually got the power to run all these crazy mutagenic stuff. So then what we need to do then is put down a Thor turbine. So this is the thing that actually provides the power. So this will just turn the turbine. The turbine will obviously produce the power. We'll need to step it down with the transformer, otherwise if we hook it into our grid, it will blow us up forever. I don't remember which way round they should go. I don't think it really matters either. I also might want to completely remove this wall eventually and just have it, or maybe just keeping it as close as possible will make the most sense, huh? That way if it breaks down or anything, we can also get access to it. Now this isn't going to produce radiation. Obviously the reactor will. Right, okay, so besides that, then we also need storage pool. So the storage pool is where we will store the nuclear rod. So building that as close as possible also wouldn't hurt. Actually, I'm going to remove this wall. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do it or not, but we need to take this out so that we have access to the storage. And we also might want to put down some sort of uranium enrichment facility to actually make some fuel for the reactor. What is on fire? Oh, yeah, okay. Also, let's take out a couple of these turrets, because they are absolutely absurd. Do we want to... I mean, we could just reinstall them by the entrance here. That way, if we ever get any raiders, we could just light them up immediately, huh? If we put it, like, back there, or... I mean, preferably within maximum range, but also somewhat covered. I don't really know. I'm not sure I even want to use them, because it means if we recruit anybody, they're going to have permanent burns, maybe permanent burn scars. I think for the time being, we'll just dismantle them and use one. Let's not dismantle that. Let's remove that one instead. Right, there we go. Say that Cerise has been trapped in a cave for 2 days now. She's pretty happy about it, huh? She's not in such a terrible mood. I mean, now it's starting to get to her a little bit there. Slept on the ground, darkness, hungry, hideous environment. I mean, we'll try and free her as quick as possible, but it is her own fault, so I have absolutely no sympathy. Let's not worry about that extra steel. Let's try and make sure that she can get out sooner rather than later. She don't have a pickaxe. Oh, she can't equip one, of course, because she is incapable of violent. Incredible stuff there. So between Ian and her, she should be able to get out now, right? There we go, okay. So she'll go and fulfill her needs and whatever else before we continue on with this. We're probably going to need an extra cooler. Wow, really, 3 coolers is not enough to keep that cool. That's quite a surprise. Okay. It's probably unroofed somewhere, is more likely. So let's go ahead and expand all this zone over to here. Let's put another freezer, I guess, on... I mean, either side doesn't really matter, but this side for maintenance sake is probably a little bit better. Right, put that one there. And this is all... No, it is indoors. Wow, it's just really incapable of keeping it that cool, huh? I mean, replacing this with auto doors would obviously be the surefire thing to do. Can we get one of our builders to work on this immediately? Who have we got? Aiden... Or there is Forks. Forks, where are you? Forks. Let's start work on... Need steel. Need steel? Do we not just dig up a load of goddamn steel? I can't believe that steel, of all things, is what we need. I assume we don't need... You've got plenty of steel. What are you talking about, you weird man? We need 4 more. Forks. There we go. Get to work on that. So, turbine blades. We need 250 turbine blades. So, this is where Trashy with this crafting skill is going to come in very, very handy. So, turbine blades. How much does each one of these jobs produce? We get 10 times. So, we need to do that 25 times over. And let's get Trashy working on this, because he's obviously our... Was he our head crafter, or was John better still? My god. Oh, John or Trashy, of course. Either are good. I'll probably get Trashy to do it, saying that John's already maxed out his research skills, so we might as well get John to do it instead, huh? So let's get him... let me just see if that's correctly set up. No, it counts as smithing, apparently. Okay, smithing. There we go. So now John tomorrow, when he wakes up, should work on those turbine blades rather than anything else. Getting the work bonus from all of that other stuff too. I have checked that works with the workbenches. After that, we'll need to make a bunch of uranium fuel rods, which is 100 uranium pellets, 15 silver, and 10 steel there. But we also need to make the uranium pellets first. So what about this? So 10 uranium in makes 30 uranium pellets out. Oh, God, that's an annoying number to try and make divisible, huh? So for every 4 uranium pellets we can make, or for every 4 times do this job, we can make this job. So why don't we do that until an X value? Why don't we always keep, I don't know, 1,000 uranium pellets in storage? Does that make sense? That way we can always make 10 fuel rods if we need it. Nobody has 12 crafting. Oh god, okay. I never considered that would be an issue. We really have a lack of good crafters. We might have to get John just working on crafting for a long time. Try and build up his skill somewhat. Man, I never even considered that. Holy shit. That could be a real problem. That could be, like, genuinely a real problem. We've got all this nuclear reactor, and apparently no one's capable of crafting the fuel rods for it. Okay, so that's 1,000 pellets. So 1,000 pellets, and that was each one created, and each type 10 pellets, 100 pellets per thing. That was it. Okay, so that's enough for 10 fuel rods. We'll just leave it at that, and always have... do until X, do until 10, and then we'll unpause when we've only got, like... I mean, they're probably going to use that more or less instantly, right? How much can we fill up the machine with? This is the type of stuff I'd normally edit out, but I think it's necessary. So we can fill up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 15 plus 3. Okay, so we need 23 overall. 23? What? 5, 10, 15 plus 3. Yeah. And then 15 plus 3, 18, 21. That makes more sense. But it still doesn't make any more sense. It's a weird number, but we'll roll with it anyway. Okay, I guess we'll try and fill it up. Why not? Let's go for it. Many of the Ankylosaurus in the area have been driven insane. Oh, good. Oh, wow. Those are the big armored boys, aren't they? Right. So I imagine they're probably quite difficult to kill, although a gun would probably do the same job, right? Not very high damage at all. Like, not much of a worry there. Their armor is pretty decent. Can you see hit points on here? I've never... Oh, I mean, hit points are quite clearly right there. Okay. Send them in. Let's see what they've got. I imagine the turrets alone can deal with it. I might quickly draft up... What do you think? Komodo and Michi, because those aren't super important. I need to also tag the characters, and we need to rename them. I think they've all definitely earned their stripes at this stage, and I have a couple of names left in the repertoire from what patrons have given me. Let's get you on board as well, Charlotte. But I know it's not a very good shot, but it's a good excuse to build up his skills, if nothing else. Actually did hit then. Impressive. Oh, God, here we go. I love that flame turret so much. It slows them down, but you never need more than one, huh? My God, that really did stun them. Wow, they are strong. Oh, shit. Okay, I've really underestimated these guys. Code red, everyone. No pressure. We are a little bit of extreme troubles. let's squat up and back off. Maybe some of the... Maybe the turrets can deal with it quite nicely, but let's pull back to the farm. Okay, come on, take them down. Those flame turrets are really, really slowing it down quite nicely. That's why I was a little apprehensive to move this far back, but gives people like John a chance to get over here, and John could probably shoot them from where he is. Ian? Oh, God, Ian, Teresa, and Forks. Just go and hide indoors, for God's sake. Oh, man. Oh, man. These things are so strong. Okay, come around the corner. I was a little bit overcautious then. I've got to remember that they barely do any damage as well. There's one down. Good stuff. Okay, where's the other one? How is it inside the base? Oh my God, the animal let it in. Fuck. Or it just smashed down the door. One or the other. Okay. Operation deal with the dinosaur inside the house. This squad is in charge of that, right? Get you guys in there. What's the best place to cut it off? I guess we could go through the... Oh, he's going after that robot. Run, little robot man. And they've taken out that one. I tell you, you guys come join up. You guys come join up. Okay, he's going to bait them into there. That's good. That's good. That's good. Holy shit, we just got a wild ankylosaurus running around our hotel. Who'd have thought this would happen? Right, John, let's get you into position. Open fire, my man. Oh, friendly fire. Shit. Don't worry about it. Never mind. They're dead. Oh, he dropped a... What is that? That looks like a pretty decent... A carbine? That seems fine. Dominique, that gun is absurd. Can I get you to leave, please? You're going to wreck the whole bloody base. Right, John, you need to move. Oh, there we go. Ooh, that was a bit of excitement. Holy shit, our turrets need upgrading. If 3 dinosaurs can cause that much of a ruckus, like that much of a distraction, it's not just about the damage they're doing and obviously the people they kill, but the amount of time that we've lost there just dealing with 3 bloody dinosaurs is pretty absurd. Let's get those hauled. Let's get the other 2 finished off. We might as well eat them now. We could try and tame them and rescue them or whatever else, but not really worth it. Wow, that was a bit of a pain in the ass. So while we're waiting for John to actually craft a million different things here, uranium pellets, turbine blades, whatever else, before we can move on to that nuclear reactor, I thought I'd have him also craft a few extra sidearms. It's kind of a waste not having people using tools in their day-to-day work, otherwise it's just a slowdown, right? So them having weapons is just sort of a failure of the system, really. So I've tried to make sure that they've got enough crafted gear, and whatever they didn't have, I just got John to do quickly, because of course we need to raise his crafting level anyway, so that he's capable of making those blades. He's actually not far off now. He's basically level 10 crafting. Now, it's still going to be a long time before we're capable of making those fuel rods. Maybe after he's finished the turbine blades, he will just hit that level. But I don't think he's getting any XP from this at all, is he? So we might have to have him go and make a new set of clothes or whatever. But I'm just trying to do basic background jobs while we are kind of stuck, really, right now. Just waiting for him to do some other things. So one thing I've started to do is build dedicated bedrooms for other people as well. What the fuck has happened there? All I did was copy a blueprint. Oh, those cables must have already been there. So I'm starting to build a bedroom for all of the people who obviously don't have them. Right now we've got Smudgeboggle and Missing Pelvis both sharing a dedicated sort of big area, and we kind of want this for guests as well, right? We want people to turn up to the colony and actually kick around and stay along with things here. So getting this down not only will boost their mood, but will give us opportunities for more guests as well. I've added a couple more mods since yesterday as well, based on some community feedback. I'll do a big update of the mod list as well after this episode. But one that was suggested was, and this was a mechanic I didn't even know existed, on certain difficulties with certain storytellers, no matter how much damage you do to an enemy AI, there is always a chance that rather than being downed, they will just straight up die. I guess that way is to prevent you from getting a colony with way too many people. But in our situation where 3 of our colonists, I'd be up for replacing, to be honest, 'cause obviously they're incapable of violence here. Just replacing those guys would be pretty good, and of course we've not got any good crafters as well. You might be in a scenario like we're in now where you have, you know, all of your work types actually kind of dealt with besides crafting, and we're kind of stuck. So with that mod, you can sort of adjust the chance of people dying down to, you know, your own personal preference, really, but generally down to whether or not you actually need some extra people to join the colony. Other things as well, things like reducing the map edge limit. I had that one installed, but I was kind of like, I'm in and ahhing about whether we should actually go for it, basically, seeing as we already had that anyway. So I've enabled that just so we can build right up to the actual natural rock edge of the map. A couple of other things that we'll see here and there, but just minor mods, really. I'll make sure I get all that updated in the description for later on. Defenses, I think we will need to adjust, because one thing I realized as well going into today's episode is that we've been on rough difficulty for ages with Cassandra. We get a lot of diseases, a lot of plagues. A couple of people have almost died from it. We haven't had a big raid for a very, very long time. In fact, I don't even remember the last big raid we had. It was the robots that turned up, right? The robot civil war that happened right in our garden, and even then, we didn't fight that raid. The most threatening thing has been a couple those dinosaurs that happened earlier. So I've moved it over to the Hildegard. So what Hildegard will do is she'll send a lot of raids to us. So it's going to be a lot harder in the combat sense, but there'll be less inconvenient things. So there'll be, you know, less slowdown of research, less slowdown of crafting, because our people won't be spending days in bed with malaria. Now, that also works with the other mod, and that's why I brought this up, was that we'll actually have more colonists turn up to the base, or more potential colonists in the form of enemies that we can knock down and recruit. More importantly, though, if we're going to be using this pawn morph mod, because a lot of you guys want to see that's what was basically voted for by the community for us to do first, we're going to need people to do it on. Because I don't really fancy turning our people into cows or dropping them in a slurry bath or whatever, just in case it backfires, just in case we can't figure out how to stop it. We need prisoners to experiment on. So all of this together, I think, is going to give us what we need. Wasn't really the epic raid I was expecting by playing on Hildegard Rough, but hey, never mind, you know, mad muffaloes in the area being driven insane. One thing as well, I was trying to look around the base thinking, where the hell were all of our colonists? They are all still down here mining this place out. Turns out it's almost entirely all steel down here, so it's taken a really, really long time, but this is exactly why I wanted to give everybody tools, even if it's just pickaxes or whatever, just to help speed up that work a little bit. But we are almost done digging out the secret lab, which is obviously going to free up all of our colonists mainly, but it will allow us to start expanding down there. Right, move everybody up into... Do we want to move everybody up into positions, or maybe just the people who are down here working on... You know, let's just take... let's take these 4. No, let's take these 5. They seem like the most sensible ones to bring up. Oh my god, our turrets are down. They've just broken down. Now, I did install... This was another mod that was just on yesterday's video, Fluffy's Breakdowns. So, rather than... We've actually played with this previously, I believe in one of the Jolt playthroughs. Rather than adding a chance for things just to break down, you have to maintain them. Otherwise, they will break down. Now, as you can see, unfortunately, it's not working out too well, because right now, everybody's desperately... I'm trying to get this done as soon as possible, so I've set it to the maximum priority. But I wanted to adjust their schedule somewhat and have repair be a little bit higher. In theory, it will save us a lot more components, unless we ignore it, at which point, of course, everything will break down there. So, should probably prioritize repairing a little bit more than her. Should I even get John to do it? I'm not entirely sure. Let's get you guys to do it, definitely. Our builders can definitely do it. Everyone else, not really too bothered with right now. Let's fight off some buffaloes. Maybe we can capture a couple as I was going to say prisoners then. You don't generally take animals prisoner, do you? Right, you can flip over to your crazy OP gun. How do we craft more of those? That's what I want to know. Because that plasma rifle is super, super strong. Oh god, here we go. Well, there's a turret destroyed. It's fucking flame turrets. Between these flame turrets and Dominique, we end up doing more damage to our own shit than we do damage to the enemy most of the time. Right, let's get everybody with their weapons equipped, then I'll give them back their tools after this is all said and done. I like that they can have a rifle and then an offhand axe. I don't think that's quite set up properly. I might need to do some alterations with that, huh? How many others? There are 2 more. We should be absolutely fine. We could probably just leave the turret to deal with this. I don't really want them to burn too much either. It's too much. That flame turret is actually too overpowered. Good work, team. Let's get out here. Let's put the fires out on this buffalo and let's get them home. Oh, it just started to rain. That was convenient. Right, let's get all these into the freezer. This was a perfect excuse to really expand the freezer for things like this, too. Right, let's get that finished off. I assume then Hildegard will also send more things like that as well, rather than just raids. We'll also send mad animals and manhunter packs, too. I assume will be affected by that. What's going on with these bedrooms as well? Why did all the walls disappear? They like kind of half built them. I think it's like plumbing or something like that. One of the like the cabling or something like that does affect the room building. Oh well, we'll try and sort all this out in a minute. It's going to take a while to build that stuff up because I think we're completely out of marble blocks. So we need to either get a stonecutters table or send them back to the quarry. But obviously, when this stuff's done, they should go back to the regular work order. Nice. There we go. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Finishing off the last of that base there. So, the base has kind of gotten a little bit shitty, I will admit. We've got, like, dirt and just crap everywhere. Obviously, a lot of breakdowns, a lot of maintenance is necessary as well. So, they should start going back to their regular... And all like, the crops are starting to overgrow. Some never even got planted. Hopefully, this is going to start fixing things. We can start getting things built back up and get back on with the research. But this is giving us a lot of port for expansion. The real question is, do we... I mean, I don't want to let all of this stuff go to waste. So, why don't we try and mine... Oh, yeah, we could do that. We could do that. It does give us still the mountain barrier. That's all I really want. And I mean, to be fair, we could mine it out so there's only 1 layer of rock. Because I believe the AI won't mine through that. Or at least they certainly wouldn't head down to this area to go for the secret base rather than just walking through the front door. Because the amount of extra effort that would take. Yeah, I think I will thin this all out entirely, but we'll wait for them to, we won't do that for the time being. This is already big enough for what we can do for the time being, because again, we haven't really got the power to do a huge amount of stuff, so we'll just cancel those, and then we'll wait for the nuclear reactor. That's our first urgent job, is to get John up to level 12 crafting. I suppose there's really no harm in queuing up a shitload of clothes, because we've got all that leather from all of the dinosaurs that we butchered. They're like a ridiculous amount of leather. 5,500. If we turn that all into just crafting experience for John, we'll be able to get this nuclear reactor up in no time. So what I've done is... Oh. Well, that's something. What I've done is I've ordered up 10 of each item, because we've got tattered apparel as well. Let's say we go to John, for example. I believe it's the overalls are getting quite tattered. Oh, he actually needs a new pair of boots. I saw some other people like Trashy needs a new jumpsuit. Dominic really desperately needs a new jumpsuit as well. So we'll get that done pretty soon. He's obviously finishing crafting his turbine blades there. And then, oh, that's broken down. Never mind. Right then, mechanoids. This could be fairly interesting because, of course, flame, I believe, is not going to affect mechanoids at all, is it? Our turrets are online, and obviously repairing and things are going to be done very, very shortly too. Do we have enough jade to finish off the Jade Hotel? Things will kind of stop there a little bit because, of course, we've run out of resources. I'll just see what they do with their day now that we've stopped with the mining, and then I can judge what we actually can get done in the colony now. If we're fighting mechanoids, let's make ourselves... We could make some more armor. Oh, there's the mutagen stuff. Oh, that's quite cool. Oh, night vision goggles just give a flat 10% accuracy. That covers left eye light. Oh, it counts as headgear, though. So they'd have to take off their gas masks or their helmet. I'm not sure which one. Let me just take a look here. What layer is that? That is headgear. But they can wear that at the same time as the helmet, though. And they both count as headgear, don't they? Oh, but it depends what they cover? Is that what I'm looking at? Yeah, head, left eye, right... Oh, sorry, left... obviously the ears and the head there. But they can wear this one because it covers left eye, right eye, jaw. So they wouldn't be able to wear gas masks with the night vision goggles. But I think the night vision goggles, we can probably all agree, are much, much more useful. What do we need for that? 20 plastic, 2 components. That's actually quite cheap as well. Let's put it to the top there. Let's try and make that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then if we can make mechanoid rifles, or the anti-mech rifles, I should say, we need another 6 of those. 1 for everybody. That way, if we are in a mechanoid situation like this, quickly swapping out to the best gear would definitely be worth it. Especially with psychic ships, where we can take our time to, you know, re-equip as we need it. What else is there? Oh, so there's also the ballistic goggles sets the aiming time to minus 10%. I mean... This one's obviously the higher DPS of the two, but this one guarantees more accuracy. So with bad shooters, I would assume having more accuracy would be more valuable. And then if you've got a good shooter, having them aim less is just going to be a flat increase to DPS. Not really sure how we want to go about it. I might have John work on this first, though. So we need to actually switch him over to smithing. Does that give crafting speed? I mean, smithing and crafting is just the same skill in the base game, isn't it? Of course, it's with this jobs mod that we have everything split up. Not assigned to smithing. Are you sure about that, sir? Oh, yeah, that was Aiden. No, he is definitely... Was it machining? Is it the machining table? There we go. Okay. Right, let's get on with that next. Let's also build him a chair as well, because he's going to be set there for probably quite some time. The goal, then, get everybody night vision goggles, anti-mech rifles. That way, no matter what the difficulty is, cracking open that... Oh, there we go. We're finally getting the base clean, thank God. Cracking open that psychic ship shouldn't prevent or present too much of a threat there. We should be pretty good, I hope. I pray. I don't know. I don't quite remember how hard Hildegard on Rough is. I mean, we used to play on... Well, what was the difficulty we used to play on? Let me take a look here. We used to play on Savage, definitely, right? I don't entirely remember here, but let's just double check, because we've got a lot of different extra mechanoid mods as well. Last thing we want to do is crack this thing and the storyteller not do the calculations properly, or maybe there's some mod conflicts. We end up fighting something like 10 of those mammoths, like what we had in the freezer before. John just dismantled it there. Those would really suck, because we had a real struggle taking down just one of those. So this could be much more of a threat than... Wait, we can set the animals to kill the ship part. Whoa. Nice, there we go. The turbine is done. I know that this was sort of going to be my big focus here, but obviously there's no point in carrying on too much, or there's not much point prioritizing the nuclear generator when we can't even craft the fuel for the bloody stuff. So unfortunately, we've got a big old delay with John there. Right, so after that, we can't really do much else, can we? Because after that, it's connect the reactor to the turbine, build a cooling system, build a power transformer, build a reactor control computer, and then we can't even fire it up. Like, that's the end of it. To be fair, we could finish the research train and move on to things like actuators, so that in the event of a nuclear cooldown allows us to, as it says there, increase the shutdown speed, rather than having to manually unload them all. There's also fuel reprocessing as well for if we want to, change the fuel around. I don't really know what exactly that does, because we never got to it last series. Did you not want to at least finish that off, you weird man? Connect the reactor to the turbine using the steam pipe, cold water pipe. Turbines are not dangerous, can be built outside. If a shielded containment room must be indoors. A lot of you have pointed out that this isn't appropriate right now, but having played the Rim of Thomas before, it really isn't that much of a big deal. We'd have to worry about it too much just sitting in a room by itself, at least for the time being. Later on, obviously, if we plan on building a bigger reactor or quite a powerful reactor, we will have to concern ourselves with the radiation, but for the time being, it's fine. So we need to connect them up via connections and shit. So let's put a cold water pipe there, and then we put a steam pipe there. There we go. It doesn't really matter where we put them, to be completely honest with you. I wonder if we could put more than one. Or will that even increase efficiency or anything like that? It probably makes absolutely no difference, right? Then we also need to build one of these as well. 450 fucking steel. My God. That's a storage pool that will allow us to... oh, you can reinstall these. I was going to say we should move it over slightly then, because I've clearly put this in a bit of a silly zone. Just so that we get more access to that. We're going to have to build other buildings as well, like a transformer to actually be able to tap into this power. We've got this still down here, though, don't we? Yeah, just ignore the game. It's losing its goddamn mind again. I probably don't have the, you know, I clearly have enough mod, which checks everything on the map, seeing as the whole map is basically ours anyway, right? Okay, let's get this reinstalled slightly over. We still want to be able to build a decent-sized room around it, so I'm going to put it there instead. Should save us a bit of room. We can't... Still testing prototype. Oh, we can't reinstall it because it's... Oh, that sucks. Okay. I mean, we could put this there. Nope, still... fuck. Okay, that's really, really annoying. We have to wait till the research is finished before we can reinstall all this. Hopefully we can after the research is over. That probably is the case. Right, Ian Goldblum's got... I thought that was another raid then, bloody hell. Right, cold water pipe, or at least another psychic ship in this case. Let's get you working on it. No. No, God, that move route. Right, let's start on that one first. And I swear to fucking God. I don't care about the trash. That's not... We don't care about you. Get on with this first. Thank you, Aiden. Okay, was that... You seriously bought over 3 steel? Sometimes this game makes me question it. Honestly, what? Okay, step complete. There we go. Right, let's not complain too much about the pathfinding. Right, what have we got? Build a cooling system. So there are a couple of different ways we can do it. We can build a radiator, which is a way to do that. Water cooling, obviously a way to do that. A cooling tower, in my opinion, not only looks the coolest, but is also the most simplistic and kind of very, I mean, I assume the most functional as well, right? It's a big old tower you don't really need to pay too much attention to. And in my experience, even building this up to the most powerful thing from what we've played before, the cooling tower was still more than sufficient for actually cooling it. We can put it there. Obviously, there are a couple of problems with that. I mean, it's directly parallel to the entrance to the base, and thus might catch a rocket or a bullet or two, which could cause the whole base to go into meltdown. I mean, this would be ideal putting it there, but we'd have to get rid of our turbines. Replace the turbines with a nuclear cooling tower. Hey, green energy is green energy, yeah? Let's put it there. I think that will look pretty good there. Sorry, turbines. You're going to have to go. You're old news anyway. We've got probably enough power for this building now, right? Do we really need those turbines? Each one's outputting 5,000 watts right now, sure. But, oh, we've connected the grid up together. Yeah, we don't need to do that. I have nowhere enough steel to be doing this. Not only is the storage pool for the fuel going to take up 450, but then we also have to do this as well. I'm actually tempted to cancel this for the time being. Focus on the tower first, because that's 1,000 steel. We might even need to go and take a trip to everyone's favorite place, the mechanoid intrusion, because I have no idea how the hell we're going to be able to source enough steel to do this. Besides working in the quarry for the best... I mean, if we work in the quarry, of course, we can't get enough marble blocks unless we set someone to do stone cutting, but then we're dividing up our jobs even more. I think sending another armed caravan up to the mechanoids would be the best way to do this right now. Or we take out that psychic ship and take what little is there. Do you think we're probably more than powerful enough to take this out right now? Surely? Yeah, I think we are. Let's get everyone tomorrow morning then, when everyone's awoken after a good night's sleep and a hearty breakfast. We'll get these goggles on John, just because he's the one with the anti-mech rifle. And then we'll hopefully be able to take it down from a distance here. Are our turrets back online? They are. Yeah, we should be more than fine. Turns out we have a lot more night vision goggles than I realized. Most of them are in the stockpile already. I think we had something like 5 in total. Yeah, we do. Okay, so who are our best shooters then? So Trashy. Okay, let's put Dominique at the top there. And let's put you there as well. Okay, Smudge and then Missing Pelvis is better than Trashy, but not as good as... Let me just make sure I've got... Oh, no, you're actually better. Right, so you are not as good as Dominique, though. No. Okay, cool. So that's the order. So I think giving our night vision goggles to... the worst shooters is probably the best plan. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, you'd assume that'd be the case, right? Anyway, Forcewear night vision goggles for Smudge Boggle. Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf is wearing armor, though, and he looks cool. And I don't want to make him not look cool. Maybe you can wear both. Maybe you can wear both, but I imagine that the helmet surely covers everything there, right? Yeah, it does, okay. So we definitely can't wear that. You know what? That's fine. We haven't got enough to go around anyway, and he's wearing a power armor helmet. I think that's fair. Right, okay, let's get this, I don't know which one was reserved there. That's the only reason why I didn't want to equip him with anything else. Oh, God, John looks frightening. John looks really, really frightening. That is some cursed Splinter Cell right there. Splinter Cow. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you for watching, by the way. Force Wet, not the protective gear. Sorry, we want the night vision goggles on Aiden next. There we go. And then Missing Pelvis. If you could also get one. Oh, apparently that was already reserved. Sorry. Let's give him a minute. What the hell? No. I clicked the wrong one. Clicked the wrong one. Oh, God, please don't tell me I got multiple people to do that without him thinking. What are you... Okay, you're putting that one on. That's fine. Whatever. Right, so we're looking at... Okay, so you're good. What happened to our other goggles? Where the hell did they go? Oh, they're just under there now. So you equip that one next, and then we're good. So that's 4 of our weakest shots there with the goggles. Dominique has 16 and an area of effect weapon, but anyway, so she doesn't really need the accuracy. Cannibal Shia LaBeouf obviously has his helmet. Let's get everybody lined up. So where can we put them on the walls? I'd like to lure the mechanoids over to at least the turrets. Let's put them like here. There we go. Okay, this is going to be potentially a challenge. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, to be fair, we should be able to hit him from there, right? Can you not? Right, you swap places with that steel slag chunk. Move you over here. Trick that shit down. Apparently he's got a bunch of fungus and whatever in his backpack, you weird man. Right, okay. John, take aim. Not close enough. John, run outside. Okay, that's far enough. Thank you. Stand there. Take aim. Open fire. Oh! Okay. Oh my god. Okay, it's a mammoth. It's a flame. Oh god, we've got 5 flame bots, a centipede, 3 crawlers, 1 scyther, 2 scallywags. Oh, a scallywag and a... Oh no, 2 assaulters, 1 scallywag. Right. At least we haven't got any lancers, so that's what I was really concerned about. Everybody pull, or John especially, pull back. Let's, the hell do we want to do with this then? Oh, look at that thing. I want that thing tamed. Animals, toxic fallout. No. Just the ones that are unrestricted. Toxic fallout. You guys get on the defensive. There we go. Okay. I think that's who they're going for there. They were trying to run after my camel there for a second. Good luck, team. We're doing a pretty alright job to start off with. Oh, God, run, little camel. Is that what they're going for? They are. Oh, shit. Run. You can do it, I believe. Fire. Don't worry about the fire. Oh, my God, we got thrombos turned up as well. Oh, my God, we had a fleet of thrombos. I've never seen that many turned up in a single pack before. My God. Okay. Oh, the flame bots did get a little bit of damage in there. What do we want to worry about? I mean, you've got a charge lancer, so what can we hit? It's probably the better question. Can you guys hit that? You guys focus that down. You guys focus these things down, because they're getting very close. Take out the scyther first. Oh, there we go. Nice work. Dominique, you focus on the mammoth. Aiden, focus on that little bitey boy. Okay, never mind. It's done. It's dealt with. Forks. Okay, our other boys need to stay at home, for the love of God. Go and sit and cower. Go and sit in John's room. Don't go in Cannibal Shia LaBeouf's room. You don't know what you're finding there. Right, that one's a little dangerous. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's get you to fire at that one. Oh my God, it actually absolutely got lit up there. Right, taking out this one next. Probably the best plan. Oh my God, it's got a lot of HP. Direct point-blank shot with that anti-met rifle knocked it down by like 5%. Okay, we're getting peppered here. We're getting peppered. Please take him down. He's drawing so much fire. Oh my God, the amount of damage these flame turrets are putting in as well. Good God. It's almost down. It's almost down. Trashy. The centipede's blast missed Smudge Boggle and hit Trashy in the fucking heart. I'm actually so disappointed there. Bear in mind, these embrasures give a 75% cover on top of the sandbags as well. It missed Smudge Boggle and killed Trashy. I've never been so disappointed in my life. But don't panic. If Trashy was your favorite, don't worry. We apparently do have a way of making resurrection. Even if we have to dump the whole colony's resources, we will bring him back. We will bring him back. Do not worry. Vengeance for Trashy. Hashtag vengeance for... Please, get out of here. Fuck off. There we go. Okay, right. He's down. Then we'll focus on... Oh, God. I actually don't know where to start now. I guess we'll focus on this centipede next. Because that thing is apparently doing... No way. Oh my God, this fucking centipede. Charge Blaster perforated its brain, causing... Yeah, it would do that. It certainly would do that. Okay. Centipede shouldn't take too much to actually kill. It's apparently, like, incredibly accurate, though. 45%. Come on, John. Come on, John. It turns out the accuracy didn't make any fucking difference at all. 33%. Please. Come on, we need to get Trashy and Missing Pelvis on ice as soon as possible. Take him down. One more shot. My God. Okay, we weren't ready for this. We weren't ready for this. My hubris got the better of us there. Come on, this is... Let's put the speed up a little bit, because this is just going to be quite a prolonged firefight, I think, from the timing. Okay, couple more. Couple more. Take him down. There we go. One more. Good work. Oh, there's still one more. Sorry, let's let him take that down. Okay. Wow. Is anyone at risk of dying? Smudge Boggle. You've been shot in the leg by a... Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. You are bleeding out in 12 hours. Dominique is bleeding out in 8 hours. Ah, fuck. Okay. Rest until healed. Aiden, rest until healed. Right, so with Trashy and Missing Pelvis, put them in the freezer. We've got to put them in the freezer. Corpses, we've got to say human-like corpses allow colonist corpses, right? Human-like corpses don't allow stranger corpses, right? And then make sure we're not putting those... The thing I'm concerned about is I think we set up a stockpile, did we not, for colonist corpses somewhere else. So I need to make sure that those guys are being taken to the correct freezer. Right, so actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf, of course, took no damage at all, because why would he? We'll never do hauling. Fuck you. Smudgeboggle. Haul missing pelvis. Teresa, haul trashy. No. Forks, haul trashy. Please, someone capable of hauling. Please, for the love of God, get on this. Right, where are you taking him? Taking him up into there. No, that's bad. That's wrong. That's gonna make my man get cremated. Right. Now you're just gonna drop on the floor. Right, let's try that again. Haul missing pelvis. Teresa is gonna haul trashy. Well, yeah, I'll actually haul him then. Oh no, Teresa's a shithead who can't. In forks, someone plays anybody. Haul trashy. Where are we taking them now then? Are they going up to the freezer? Up to the freezer. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we've got to make sure that our butcher tables aren't allowing our people to be butchered. Besides that, though, we should be good. Let's get this fire out as well. Ian, we could do with a hand here, my friend. Thank you. Holy shit. Wow, that was, They're amazed by your hospitality. They were only shot multiple times by mechanoids. Good work. Bring these people to life. Make sure they do not die. My God, some of these 10 qualities he's getting from just basic medicine is very, very nice. Probably means we do have that Glittertech medicine around then. Yeah, he did a pretty decent job there. Sorry, could we get someone to clean up this fucking room, for Christ's sake? And he's tended as well? No, John, my man? We gonna finish our tending before you eat your goddamn dinner? It's not like there's a man bleeding to death here. Right, also clean this room, for Christ's sake, because this is a complete state. These people are trying not to die, for God's sake. Okay. So that was not ideal. We lost Trashy, we lost Missing Pelvis, but it's not a big deal because we can apparently resurrect them. And this is where it turns out it's horribly expensive. But I will walk to the ends of the earth to return Trashy to the true health he deserves. Now, what can we do with these mechanoids? What can we... I guess for right now, seeing as we've done no real mechanoid research, probably nothing, but the amount of components we're going to get from this is going to be fairly major. Let's get all of that hauled urgently. Let's get this hauled urgently. Let's finish off these other mechanoids that are not yet dead. That was really difficult. That was way harder than I thought it would be. What's a surprise that putting on one of the hardest storytellers for combat-related combat-related difficulty would be difficult in combat. Weird, huh? Right, let's send John to go and deal the rest of this ship and stop the psychic waves from spreading. Let's also add this to our home area and become a part of this bloody fire. All right, there we go. Okay, John, open fire, my friend. Let's take him down. Boom, there we go. Just as the drone intensified. Thank you. I got Shia LaBeouf to come and help out as well. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Wow, that was, that's our first big loss, I think, for the game. But, of course, it is Rimworld. That is part of the difficulty, and that is part of what makes this game fun in the first place, is having your setbacks and then overcoming them. So we do know that some more defenses are definitely necessary. We can't rely on these flame turrets, and if we do, we absolutely, all of their radius, all of the area they can potentially shoot, we need to concrete over the lot of it. Otherwise, it's so difficult to micromanage these bloody things, but they are very, very powerful. But obviously, you can end up shooting yourself in the foot with it, or everywhere, really, because it shoots flame. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We will continue on with the Realm Atomic stuff tomorrow. I will try and get John up to the 12 crafting before we pick up tomorrow, so that way we can dive straight into it, get the power dealt with, start on with our disgusting genetic stuff, which, of course, the research is also done. Then, Trashy will return. Never shed a tear for our boy Trashy. Do not go gently into that good night. And like I said at the start of the episode, unfortunately the reason this episode is delayed because I was waiting for the Patreon lists, which aren't still finished. I don't know if they're having some problems or something, but it ticks down and up every time I look at it. So we'll keep a close eye, and hopefully by tomorrow I'll let you guys know. And in the meantime, thank you to all of those guys who have continued their patronage on for another month. You make content like this possible in the first place. Big thank you to everybody for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, subscribing on Twitch as well. Big appreciation. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for a fresh helping of Trashy Murder.